Hey there, geeks. Adam here, along with Michael Canetti.
How are you?
And we're back together for some fun content here on YouTube. This is something that we wanted to bring back. We haven't done it in a while. This is our Longbox Roulette. For those of you who haven't watched our older videos, what we do, we just grab one of our boxes, we have it off screen, and at random, just without looking, we grab an issue, we'll share our thoughts, and we'll see where this takes us, what in our collections has been waiting to be shown to the world. I will tell you, my box this time is specifically my box of licensed comics. So we'll see what movies, what TV shows,
Ooh.
cartoons, toy lines.
Oh, only you would have it organized in that kind of way. I
Uh,
will say the box that I grabbed when I just opened the lid, I found something sort of interesting sitting on top. This is a Batman Returns 1992 Catwoman, one of those little ball thingies that you try to like get it into the circles, just sitting on top of the comic box. Why? Who knows? But it's here.
do you remember where you got that?
Of course I don't. Was it?
It's from
Was
my
it?
birthday party. It's for my 40th Batman Returns birthday party. I sent you the whole bag of all the party favors.
Oh, he did. Yes. I was
All
like,
the
why
rest is
is?
back here on the shelf. I know.
I was like, why is this here? Where did it come from? Well, there you go. That's so funny.
Obviously, it was an important moment in your life to celebrate.
Hey, listen, I saved it and put it in a comic box. Listen, it's there you go.
All right, why don't you kick us off? What do you got in there? Let's find.
All right, let's see. I don't know. Ooh, this is one I didn't even know I had. This is X Factor number 79.
Hmm.
Interesting.
Who's the artist on the front there? Do you see in the little signature box?
Joe Quesada.
Oh, cool. That's what I thought. Okay.
Yeah. Joe Quesada is the cover artist. I don't know if I've ever read this.
Well, so that's what I was wondering. The ones where you don't even recognize it, is that something you would have grabbed, or do you think somebody gave it to you?
Oh, I
Like,
think someone gave this to me for sure.
okay,
Absolutely. Yeah.
but you've
Without a
never
doubt.
cracked it
But
open. You've never
no, I
looked
never cracked it open. The back cover is an Encino Man ad, which is pretty hilarious. Um, so we got Quicksilver. Who is this? Is this supposed to be Gambit?
I know. I think that's the multiple man. I think that's Jamie Madrox
Maybe.
because wherever
There's
he
an
has,
ad, there's an ad for Cool World in it.
yeah, man, such a terrible movie.
Oh yeah, it is. And one of
So
those movies I legit turned off.
I've
Yeah, it is
watched
the
it
multiple
multiple
man. Yeah,
times, but only because there are scenes that take place in a 90s comic book store. So I'm just
yeah.
like, oh, what's on the wall back there? I had those books.
There's some pretty cool art in this book. I kind of like it. I've always kind of liked the design of Quicksilver. I find it an interesting character. I don't know what to feel about that right there, though.
Wow.
That
Joe,
is
what are you
that
doing?
is something. But yeah,
Okay.
that's my first pull. There you go.
All right, let's see what we got here. It's always look at the draw. Oh, okay. Hey, it's the Red and Stimpy Powder Toast Man special. So I did not care for Ren and Stimpy. That's the bottom line. Like
Really?
it was okay. Like I remember the excitement around it, but like the gross out humor wasn't for me. But I would still watch it because it was so popular. And every time they did a Powder Toast Man segment, that's when I would be like, oh yeah, this guy's awesome, because he'd be like scraping the bits
Yes.
off himself, and he'd have stuff down his tights, that he'd pull out. Like it
That's
just cracked me up. And I remember I had what not this one. I had another Powder Toast Man special back in the day, but also there was an issue where he battled Spider-Man, and I had that. And so yeah, it's
really.
hilarious. So
That's pretty. I always loved log. It's big, it's heavy, it's wood.
a classic, a classic.
All right, what do we got next here? Ooh, this is a good one.
Ooh, yeah.
This I did buy. This is definitely one I bought. This is Wolverine number 93. Along Came the Juggernaut. I remember buying this, seeing this cover in the store. And I was like, I must have this. And I wasn't a big Wolverine collector, but this cover really caught my eye. I think it probably had to be related to watching the animated series and seeing the Juggernaut.
So
You
that's
know,
like a vintage purchase for you. That's old school. Okay.
yeah, this was bought originally. Yeah. There's an ad for the Overpower card game on the back.
Ah,
That's pretty funny. Um, there's an ad for the Tick inside. Look at that.
yeah, for the Fox Kids trading cards. That's
Yeah.
cool. And is
So
that does it say on there? Is that Adam Kubert art? Who's doing it there?
so Adam Kubert is the art. Yep, on the
Okay.
cover. Um, look at this. The Phantom 2040. What is that all about? That's
Yeah, so
wild.
I will say, so when we covered the Phantom live action film on our 90s Super Cinema series, which is going to be released as part of our superhero summer bonus episodes this year, one of our patrons, actually our very first patron, Mark McDonald, he's like, I found all the episodes on archive.org. You got to watch Phantom 2040. It's awesome. So he was all about it. He got into a whole Phantom, fandom run there.
That's hilarious. This is kind of cool. I like the way that they drew the panels with Wolverine here, kind of like hunting an animal. That's kind of neat.
Yeah.
So, yeah, very cool. Wow, look at that.
All
Yeah.
right, let's see what we have here. Dig a little bit farther back this time. Oh, hey, here we go. An issue of the RoboCop comic.
Oh
Okay.
my goodness.
Every time I find,
Beyond the law.
yeah, Beyond the Law, part 3 of 3. So this was an important storyline here. I don't know if that's supposed to be his partner that's dying there. Doesn't look like it. Looks like just some random. I mean, again, like it's just two middle-aged people. But let's take a
Yeah.
look at the ads here real quick, because yeah, like I don't know. There's just something about that idea when RoboCop got turned into a toy line in an animated
Mm.
series at a comic. Oh, so here we go. So there's the Tiger Electronics handheld.
Oh, that was the best. That was the best. I love that game.
There's a version of this ad. It's a different design, but Wolverine, his legs are flesh colored because they obviously didn't know it, so it looks like he's just wearing underwear. It's hilarious. Oh, hey, and there he is. Okay, Wolverine, the Nintendo game.
Hmm.
So yeah, there's plenty of Wolverine in this edition. I wasn't expecting that. Let me see. Whoa, look at how intense that art is right there.
Wow, that's cool.
Murphy's looking murderous. Who else? Oh, now that's cool though. Look at that.
Wow, that's a cool looking design.
Yeah,
I like that.
that's like evil RoboCop or something.
Yeah.
I don't even know who
It's
that
almost as if
is.
they use that to copy off that reboot movie where he had the black suit
Yeah.
almost.
See, I guess that character's name was Flack, but man, some great art in here. I don't know who the
Wow.
artist for this series, because this really does impress me.
One
Um,
of the funniest things I remember as a kid was I had the RoboCop action figure with the motorcycle, but
uh-huh.
then I also had the Batman action figure with the motorcycle, which was the exact same motorcycle, but they just added wings on the side of the Batman cycle and they changed the color. Same
Tanner
exact,
just
it's the
love
same
doing
mold.
those things. Oh, here it is at the very end. Lee Sullivan. Never heard of Lee Sullivan, but he did some great
No,
work there.
that's cool.
All right.
All right, let's see what I got next here. Ooh, this is another book that I didn't buy that someone gave me. The Incredible Hulk 396 with the Punisher on the cover.
Wow.
Yeah. Uh Cover art, it says oh, Keone. Yeah.
I was gonna say that because yeah, that style looked pretty familiar there. There's that
Yeah.
Punisher with his giant
Yeah.
jaw head there.
It is kind of a Josh kind of head, like a very boxy sort of head.
I feel like The
Let's
Incredible Hulk is one of those books that just like because it ran for so long, like you find it whether it's back issue bids, quarter bids, whatever. Like there's a lot of Hulk
a lot.
everywhere.
Yeah. Back cover, Battle Toads. You
Yeah.
remember Battle Toads?
Oh, I do. I got so, I collect VHS tapes. I got so
Mhm.
excited. I found the animated Battletoads videotape, and then I pulled it out, and it was just the sleeve. The inside was something else, like some kid had switched it out years ago.
No.
Oh,
Inside cover, Apple and Cinnamon Man, when they were trying to be like get kids to want to eat apple cinnamon Cheerios.
oh. That was it. I loved looking at that box going down the cereal aisle. It was so weird to have the weird scribbly, lettering and stuff.
It's weird. So I guess the Hulk is fighting Dr. Octopus in this issue. He's It's
Wow.
very bizarre. I don't know where that came from. Let's see what other cool ads are in here. And Hulk is in his suit, of course. You know, his gangstery kind of suit.
Yeah, which is weird because he's not the Gray Hulk. He's just the
Yeah.
Grey Hulk, but he's still looking all mafia.
Ooh, remember this game? Arch Rivals, the arcade game was a basketball game. It's kind of
I have my
cool.
copy over here still.
Do you really? That's hilarious.
I was like, I don't know how to play basketball, but I know how to punch people.
Yeah. Ooh, this is kind of cool. Look at these little ads for like events and stuff like that. And
That's how you
that's
used to
neat.
find out. Yeah, right. Because
Yeah.
in an era where Wizard wasn't the main source for everything,
Hmm.
just put it right in the comic.
And then there is green mail in the back. That's funny. Weird. That's cool though. I kind of like
Right.
this cover.
Let's see here. Oh, I feel like maybe back in the day I pulled this already, but the Visionaries comic. Now,
I
this
don't
is
think
actually
so.
now
Maybe a different issue.
yeah, possibly, yeah, because I have this mini series here that I don't even know if it's considered a mini series. I think it ran for as long as they could, hawk the toys and get. So the weird thing about that though is I just mentioned it on episode 78 with our guest Robert Clark Chan because he does a cartoon podcast called Knowing Is Half the Podcast, and they just covered the Visionaries cartoon, and I was
No
mentioning.
kidding.
Yeah, which it was very fun episode, and there's just that was like a hat on a hat on a hat in that toy line in that series, like the mythology of it all. It's like you have this power, but also this power, but only in these situations. It was really weird. But did you ever have those with like the hologram chest and they had little
Yes.
like shields on staffs? It was so
I
weird.
had the action figures. I never had any of the comics though, because they were cool action figures. They were kind of neat toys.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what else I got here. Another X Factor. I
Look at
definitely, I
somebody was a
definitely was
big
get.
fan and passed it on.
Yeah. So, what is this? Like a like Phalanx or whatever is that character? Or I just recently watched the animated series episodes with this particular storyline, which is kind of funny. Um, Back cover, Charleston Chew, baby. With a Wolverine and Jubilee cover.
Yeah.
I'm more interested in this issue than this issue. Oh, interesting. Let's see what else.
Is
Oh,
that still
yes.
Casada art on that one?
No, this is Mark Pacelli.
Hmm. Yep, never heard
P
of it.
Pacella. And it looks like mushroom. This is or morome. I don't know. So the inside cover though, this was a game that I loved as a kid.
Oh yeah. I mean, that was
This was
definitely better than the first WrestleMania game, which was
yeah. Oh, the Steel Cage game was awesome. Oh my God. I love that game. See, this art's kind of, I mean, interesting. This is kind of cool. I don't know about this guy's mustache here, but interesting.
Is that supposed to be
Uh,
General Ross? Who is that?
I don't.
He crossing over to the mutants? I don't know. There was a lot of old guys with mustaches back then.
Yeah, it doesn't. I don't know. Maybe. No, I don't think so. They're talking about Genosha, so who knows? It could be
Okay.
another Battletoads ad.
They were pushing it,
They
man, as
were
far as they
big,
could
man.
go.
That was
So
big.
I back in the day, I went to a thrift store. I found this somebody's whole collection of Nintendo games, and there were like ultra rare ones in there. One of which was Battletoads Double Dragon. There was a
Ooh,
crossover game at like the very end of the original Nintendo Entertainment System, and
wow.
that actually paid my way to RetroCon that year because I was able to sell that on eBay for a good amount. I was like, all right.
That's hilarious.
All right, let me see here what we got. What we got. Oh, okay. So the Adventures of Kool-Aid Man. All right. And not only that, the other Adventures of Kool-Aid Man. So this one is Archie Comics. This one is Marvel Comics. So
What?
it just depended on the year who was taking the license. And my son, I shared these with him, my little 4-year-old son, and he was just enamored by Kool-Aid Man. Now, the coolest thing about this is during a period, it's all in pieces because they were doing all these competitions where you could win like GoBots and Pound Puppies and all this stuff. And then inside, I don't know if this came in the comic or if this was like something you got at the store, but this is a poster where you had to, it's like Kool-Aid land, the Kool-Aid kingdom, okay? So it's all these things, and then you would solve these different puzzles, and like then you would send it in, and then you could get your chance to win. There's, I think, these are Toys R Us gift certificates, like Toys R Us Jeffrey dollars, whatever they're
Wow.
called. So I love these pieces that are like full promotional tie-ins, because the adventures inside are just kind of like, oh, rainbows and joy. But I mean, even this one, Kool-Aid Jammers featuring the Jets. I don't know if you know who the Jets were. They were this collection of like brothers, sisters, cousins, and my neighbors, they were cousins of the Jets. And they're like, oh yeah, have you seen them? I'm like, yeah, I saw their commercials for Kool-Aid Jammers, So
That's funny. From a distance, I thought they said the jerks.
yeah, I know. It kind of looks like that. It's a little hard to read.
All right, let's see. What else I got here?
Yeah, last one here. What do we have?
Another Hulk.
Wow.
Definitely. And this one is a gray Hulk. This is Hulk. This is Incredible Hulk 338. Who's that character?
That's what I was just trying to think. I'm like, I mean, it kind of looks like the old Psylocke. You should open it up and see before she became the ninja version of Psylocke. That was her look. Is she kind of had these flowy, outfits and sleeves but I don't know. It could be just a generic weird sorceress of some sort. Who knows what the Hulk was doing? Because that looks like mid
calling herself the Angel of Mercy.
Huh. Yeah, weird. Okay, yeah, no, I haven't seen that character before.
Eminem Ed.
Is that like 1984, 83? What does the Odysseus say there?
87.
Oh, 87. Okay, later than I thought.
Is Hulk changing into him? Like, what's going on here? This is
wow. So he was separated at that time, I guess. Must
I
be.
guess.
Is that a Peter David? Was he writing it at that point? What does it say?
Peter David, yeah. Todd McFarlane penciler.
Oh, that cover didn't look like a McFarlane cover. That's the weird thing, but it must have been.
Yeah, it doesn't have his name on or anything.
Not one of the iconic McFarlane covers, I guess.
No. Jim Saunders as the inker. Interesting little team here.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is old school. This is definitely old school. But look at this. Looks like this is McFarlane art. Wow.
Yeah, it seems like maybe he hadn't gotten enough clout to come into his own. Maybe he was just like tamping down, because eventually he makes him so craggly. He gives him so many lines in that classic McFarlane style. So I bet by 1988 is where that's really like to the forefront.
Yeah, but I don't know who this character is that he's fighting, but yeah, interesting.
Villain of the week. All right, last one here. What do we have? Oh, wouldn't you know it? Superman 4, the Quest for Peace.
Wow.
Man, fighting Solar Man or whatever. Which is weird because Marvel had a character named Solar Man that was like a weird like cartoon tie-in that they were trying to do. Hey, another Eminem ad.
Look at so bizarre.
They're everywhere. But yeah, I mean, whenever I find a movie adaptation, I grab it because I'm always fascinated by whether or not they're going to make changes or leave in the deleted scenes. Like, because I think even here, here's one of the deleted scenes where it was the Bizarro Superman scene, where he.
Oh, right.
And they cut out that whole sequence. So yeah, there's a lot of but there are like no ads in this. Like this is 100% all story except for the covers. So that's weird. There's even like the back cover is just a subscription form, and then you got some Dungeons and Dragons here on the back. But otherwise, Eminem's Dungeons and Dragons footing the bill for the Quest for Peace adaptation.
I guess that movie didn't make the full trade like the Batman ones did.
Oh, too bad. I would love to know if they did an adaptation for Superman 3, because what would that look like with all the Richard Pryor scenes? There's no way they did it because they would have had to pay for his likeness.
For sure, yeah. And it would have been a fortune.
But if somebody knows different, tell us.
That'd be interesting. I'd be curious to see that. that was kind of cool. This was a very random
Yeah.
selection. I what, 4 out of 5? I didn't even know I had.
That's what
that
you
Ko-
get with the Longbox Roulette. So we'll hope to do this
that
again
Kool-Aid man
soon.
one though, that is the winner right there. I love that.
Yeah, that was awesome. So thank you so much for joining us, everybody. Of course, stay connected with us here on YouTube. If you're not subscribed yet, always more to come. But you can find us on social media right now. Hey, at Wizards Comics on Twitter, at Wizards_comics on Instagram. Hey, if you want to join our Patreon to get more content, hear more from us, fun extras, whether it's bonus podcasts, scans of the issues we're discussing on the main show, go on over to patreon.com/Wizards Comics. But hey, until next time, keep your books bagged and boarded.